Sail Forth is, let's call it a sail adventure.
The story is that you are shipwrecked on a sea of scattered islands and whimsical characters, and it all starts very lightly and charmingly until the arrival of Dead Rock, which is a rock that can power machines, supercharge weapons, and even control sea creatures. And this launches you on an adventure of discovery and survival.
This is not an open world game. It is divided into 12 different regions. Each region has its own day and night cycle and its own weather ecosystem in it.
So in this world there is a lot to do. You can find new crewmates, which is really important for expanding your fleet, meet new friends all over the place, upgrade your ship, collect items like pearls and resources that you will use. You can fish for over 30 different types of fish, take pictures that are actually important for side quests, fight pirates, sail with dolphins, build up your fleet into an armada, and most importantly, unlock lots and lots of mysteries in the main quest and side quests.
But you can never get off your ship. So if the cargo is, for example, on an island, you can use hook to fire it and to hook it, get it to you. You can also get a crate scattered around the sea as well.
And like any good game on a boat, there is a fishing mini game where the fish appears in a little colored circle in the middle, and you have to use the directional keys to make sure the fish doesn't come out of that circle until you reel it all the way in. There are over 30 different types of fish. One of the most useful ways to use them is to turn them into a merchant who is trying to collect every type of fish in the sea.
You can buy new ships and customize each one. You can get a bigger crew. There's a lots of different stats like speed, armor, number of crew, and so on.
And building up your fleet and upgrading them is really important because you will often be engaging in fights. This involves the cannons that you can have pointing in different directions if you upgrade them fully, also getting more powerful cannons, and then you just have to make sure that your enemy is within range, target it, and click fire. Of course, your enemy is trying to do the same thing, so you also have to carefully maneuver out of the way, especially if you're fighting multiple enemies at once.
And the game is all about the wind. You actually control a sail separately than the direction of the ship. So it's all about catching the right direction with the wind that's constantly changing.
Which is especially challenging when you're also trying to direct your cannons to fire at an enemy at the same time.
Or when you're trying to evade monsters that lurks from the ocean.
Exactly.
As the bosses are in the game as well.
Aye aye.
But Caleb, I think the real question here is, should you sail it?
Oh, sail it. Yeah, right.
Play the game.
Play it. Should you sail forth? Well, but first what you should know is this game is going to be completely free starting January 11th, and for 1 week you can claim it from the Epic Game Store and keep it in your library forever. That is what we do on this channel. We play and review every free weekly game from the Epic Game Store, so if you subscribe, you'll never have to be bored ever again.
I think this game is more about relaxing and really sailing focused, but sometimes you get distracted with pirates fighting, shooting at you, and I think it's a little bit too simplistic for me. It might fit to some other people's, but when I try to relax and just look at the surrounding, I would need a little bit more visuals, a little bit more details on the graphics as well. So I don't think this game is bad, but for me it's a little bit boring because it's all about the sails. I would like if you could get off the ship on the small islands at least. So no, I think you don't need to play it that much, but claim it for sure now that it's free.
I have to agree. I think there is a problem of juxtaposition in this game. It's trying to do too many things from different perspectives. It's all about sailing in a mostly empty sea, which is an interesting idea to experience the size of the ocean, but then it pretty quickly wants you to be fast traveling from one place to another. It wants to have really quirky and silly characters and be very light like a children's game, but at a certain point the story starts getting kind of intense, and there are monsters and you're supposed to save the sea, so no spoilers, but it kind of doesn't fit to have all these quirky, weird characters. The sailing mechanics is really interesting, but then it makes it very simplistic by having this bar where you just basically have to keep the sail in the green area and not think too much about the direction of the wind. It's all done automatically for you. So there's a lot of interesting ideas there, but it seems like some of them cancel each other out, and it's trying to be too many different types of games in one pretty straightforward, charming, but in the end rather superficial and not very deep game. So I also don't think it's a bad game. I think there's a lot there to offer, and if you like these kind of charming casual games, it's definitely worth giving it a try.
Maybe even if you like fishing, because I don't think we're so much into fishing.
The fishing game is decent. Even the sea combat, it feels a lot like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but somehow it's the same style of combat.
Okay,
but
not visually.
But it's no, but that's exactly it. Visually, and there's just something superficial about it that doesn't bring the same satisfaction to the combat.
Okay.
So it's really interesting. If you like these kind of charming casual games, give it a try. But if you're looking for something deeper, I don't think you'll find it here.
But something we forget to mention is there's actually a free Roma mode that is outside of the story single player, where you can just collect things and do everything on your own speed. So
Just
maybe this
casually.
mode is more like for other people.
That might fit like one type of game a little
Yeah.
bit better. Yeah. Well, let us know what you think.
And I think we should recommend the very similar game that we got from Epic. I don't remember the title, but it was a good visual.
We should tell them the title. It's probably up there somewhere.
It's there. It was better visually. You could actually get off the ship. Check out the review there, and hopefully we said yes there. I don't remember. Check it.
I'm pretty sure we both said no.
Okay, but I feel like that game is a little bit better.
It was similar but better. Yeah. This is going on far too long.
Yeah.
So, avast, mateys.
Aye.